Now, the South African Human Rights Commission says it's extremely concerned about poor service delivery in the Northwest Province. The Commission says the lack of access to water, inadequate sanitation and sewage spills in many communities is a violation, they say, of human rights. Joining me now is the Northwest Provincial Manager for the Human Rights Commission, Mr. Osmond Mngomezulu. Mr. Mngomezulu, thank you very much for your time today. You know, throughout the course of today, actually even from last week, we've had our various reporters around the country looking at the state of service delivery and in many instances the lack thereof. And the Northwest has been of particular concern. What have you found in the midst of your oversight visits?
Good afternoon. We found a very painful picture in the communities that we visited. We focused mainly on the municipalities falling under the Ngaka-Modiri-Molema district municipality. We started in Zeerust, proceeded to areas falling under the Tswaying local municipality. That's where we spent 2 days. We found basically the complaints that have been lodged with the South African Human Rights Commission were confirmed. The allegations made were verified and confirmed positively. In Tswaying local municipality, it was devastating. We took a number of pictures that we've shared with some media houses as well that show raw sewage in people's homes. Streets have turned into rivers flowing with raw sewage. You have a graveyard flooded with raw sewage, and some communities not having access to water. And when we investigate these matters, we write to municipalities. These allegations are denied. It's he says, she says. It is for that reason that the Commission felt it will be appropriate to conduct the site visits, inviting the municipalities. So some of these towns that we visited, we were with the municipality officials who saw the situation on the ground, and we felt that it had some impact now because we are getting reports and videos and photographs of the municipality now taking corrective measures. One would say, why did the municipality not act before the Human Rights Commission started going to these towns? But ours would rather focus more on the fact that services are being now delivered starting from yesterday. And we will be closely monitoring that it doesn't stop this week, but it continues throughout the year.
Now, the situation that you experienced, you call this basically a violation of human rights. There are many other communities around South Africa that may not be as fortunate as the ones that are now getting intervention post your involvement. What is it that they ought to be doing when it seems like they're not being heard, even when they talk to their leadership?
The advice is contacting the municipality and insisting on getting a reference number, because municipalities that are functional would give you a reference number once you've lodged your service-related complaint. It helps us to hold the municipalities accountable when we have the evidence of the efforts that have been made to try and bring these issues to the municipality. In the towns that we visited in the last few days, you'd hear the municipality telling you that they were not aware. This is the first time they are becoming aware of this matter. But if that fails, then there are Chapter 9 institutions like the South African Human Rights Commission that are there to assist with those matters at no cost. We know that there are communities that are empowered financially and can approach courts, but we know that litigation is not available to everyone. It is for that reason that Chapter 9 of the Constitution establishes these constitutional bodies like the Public Protector and the South African Human Rights Commission that assist in matters like this, as we are doing. We can be approached as the South African Human Rights Commission flexibly on WhatsApp, SMS, email, complaint form. There are various ways in which a person can get hold of the South African Human Rights Commission, and once we receive that complaint, it will be dealt with, similar to these ones that we are currently dealing with. And those complaints may not be limited to service delivery. It may be healthcare services, education, as long as it's a constitutional right that is contained in our Bill of Rights. We deal with those matters.
Mr. Osmond Mngomezulu, the Northwest Provincial Manager for Human Rights Commission, thank you very much for the update as well as the reassurance for South Africans that indeed there are Chapter 9 institutions that they can go to should they need extra assistance in getting their voices heard, not only during this election period, but throughout the course of the year.